Witam wszystkich, ja jestem Kiori, a to jest moja pierwsza seria na moim kanale. Będę grał tutaj w grę Deponia, a dokładnie Deponia The Complete Journey, czyli w pierwszych 6 częściach przygód Rufusa i jego ucieczki z tytułowej Deponii. Bez zbędnego gadania, przejdźmy dalej do gry.
Junk. Junk.
To posprzątaj.
And more junk. A life of order and happiness. Oh, my bad. That was junk too. Well, that does it. I need to leave this dump. Fortunately, this time my plan is foolproof. This time everything will work out. Where did I put my list? Heck, I really have to get away from this junkyard.
Dobra, zobaczmy, co ma twórca do powiedzenia.
Okay, and here we are in the first room, right in the beginning of the game. Here we will, of course, meet Rufus. Well, then again, I'd like you to play that part yourself and won't spoil too much. The beginning of Deponia is rather classic. That means a lot of the information about Rufus comes from trying things yourself through interaction. There's a lot of that. Not an easy feat, I might add. By now, in the late installments, the introduction is much smoother for your convenience, but this one's more like Edna and Harvey, where you are supposed to puzzle and guess your way through the intro. And since you already clicked the developer's commentary, I'm glad to tell you that we actually convinced Rufus to come over to our studio. Hello, Rufus!
Hey, Pokey, great to be here.
Yeah, this screen must really be a trip down nostalgia lane for you. But as I said, let the players figure out where they ended up and what to do. So I'll ask you something completely different. You were voiced by Carrie Shale for this game. Do you think that he's a good choice for this very, very, very important task?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you'd ask. Well, first things first, I've known Kerry for quite some time. We're kind of friends. And I think he's okay with me saying this. In fact, you know, personally, I'm very fond of him. We've been through a lot. You know, we got to know each other when I returned from Algeria. I had some bad luck there. I don't want to go into it. And then we both rode that train in Switzerland. And again, don't want to go into that. But is he the right choice for the role? Yeah, he's great. I don't want to comment any further.
With a great role comes great responsibility, right? And great is just the right word for the challenge to interpret your work of a lifetime as a voice actor, isn't it?
Well, you know, Chaplin always dreamed about making a Napoleon film. Eventually he didn't, but as you can't actually represent Napoleon, only replace him. And this situation is quite similar.
Ah, there's my list. Let's see.
Dobra.
Seems like I've packed almost everything I need. All I need now are some provisions. A toothbrush, a pair of socks, and a bolt cutter. A bolt cutter? What the... Well, guess I must have had a reason to put it on the list.
Nożyce do drutu zawsze się przydadzą. Palnik, pojemnik z olejem.
My father
Coś tu
left me a
skrzyni
trunk
jest.
before he left me. I don't want to open it. I don't want to be disappointed yet again.
Teleskop.
Blech. Nah, like always, there's only junk on TV.
Aha. Fajnie. Akurat to jest racja.
Huh, my old escape plans. Some of them weren't half bad.
Dobra, co tutaj jest? Apteczka.
Locked. Tony must have the key.
Łazienka. Nic tu nie ma. A, gdzie ty idziesz? Jest kibel stawka na szczęście. Może się do czegoś przyda.
Another note from Tony. What's she complaining about now? Will you please clean the bathroom for once? Yeah, right, in her dreams.
No jest rzeczka do
Whoa.
zębów.
What the toothbrush bailed out on me. Guess I should have kept it in a more germ-free environment.
Aha. Wygląda na to, że szczoteczki do zębów mają własne uczucia i własną świadomość. Czekam na taką hordę szczoteczek do zębów.
Ugh, what gnat's piss. Ugh. Come on, brushy, brushy, brushy. Come to Papa. Oh, crap. I need a better plan to catch it.
Zobaczmy,
Why would
czy
I
może
want
się
to clean
uda.
in there? It's dark anyway.
Aha. Może palnikiem.
Nope. The corner once was a good hiding place, but that's the first place Tony'll look.
Mam widelec.
Do the
Fajna
dishes
kartka.
already. They won't do themselves. Oh, yeah? Well, I'll take that chance.
Zawracały garnek z wodą. Palnik i jeszcze pojemnik z zużytym olejem. On musi być 100% z Half-Life'a. Jego kieszeni na pewno nie mają dna. Tak jak Gordona Freemana.
You scoffed all the food yet again, and I keep finding your crap in the fridge. What the hell's wrong with you? Huh? I don't understand the question.
Skarpetka. Zawsze się przyda.
You're not supposed to eat on the sofa. I keep finding leftovers in it. Huh? Well, isn't that a good thing? Seems there are still some wasabi peas in there. But without something to put them into, I'm not collecting them.
Można wylać olej zawsze.
Let's get rid of this thing.
No, pusty pojemnik można teraz zebrać. No.
Seems there are still some wasabi peas in there. I guess these will make good provisions for the journey.
No, trochę jest. Można zagotować wodę. I na pewno można jeszcze podpalić to. Zobaczymy palnik. A nie. Czyli tam niczego nie ma. Więc
Burn the
na
note.
pewno do pieca.
Not a bad idea. But I need some more for the fire to really get going. Burn the
No,
note. Not a bad idea. All I need is an appropriate
Więc najpierw
I need
trzeba
something
pies.
flammable.
No,
Burn the note. Not a bad but I need some more for the fire.
ale jak nie są bardziej?
Burn the note. Not a but. Yes. Huh. Not a chance. The handle is missing and I can't get my fingers into the cracks.
Może widelcem się uda.
Huh. Not a chance. Although I can reach inside the crack, I don't have enough leverage.
Nawet nie spróbowałeś, koleś.
I'll have a quick look. See if I can find something useful in the pockets. Hey, there really was something in there. A sock. Cool. Well, those are 2 socks, but I need a pair. I don't want to show up in Elysium dressed like an idiot.
Może w kanapie coś
Well,
jeszcze
I think
będzie?
that's all. Should be enough.
Nie.
I doubt if I'll find anything up.
To wejdźmy tutaj.
Ah! Well, what's that? A guillotine so I won't enter her room? Whoa, that girl has issues. I honestly wonder why we were ever together at all. Stay out of my room. You have no business in there anymore. Who does Tony think she is? I've got better things to do than rummage through her drawers.
A może? Nie, nie możemy. Możliwe, że teraz będzie można podpalić ten piec. To jest garść notatek tutaj teraz.
In you go.
No i podpalić.
Isn't there anything left typical? Isn't there any typical? I may not be an expert, but I'm sure I need a hot wash. But well, no, but I need a pair. I don't want to. I may not be an expert, but I'm sure I need.
Jeszcze druga skarpetka. I weźmy widelec.
Whoa, look at that! The sock changed color. Who would have thought it? But where's the other one? Clear case of subtractive color mixing. Ouch! That's hot!
Tylko jedna skarpetka teraz została. Może tutaj coś pod poduszką jest?
What's this?
Oh.
A sock? That explains why I've had such cheesy dreams. Socks? Check. No, I have
Może nożyce teraz?
bolt cutter for whatever reason. Check.
Co tam dalej jest? Coś do jedzenia. To są zapasy.
Provisions? Check. One for now, and one for the road.
Czegoś stamtąd muszę też go wziąć. bo bez niej nie będzie można się dalej ruszyć.
That would make excellent bait, but a total waste without a trap.
A może tak? Właśnie, tu mam kibel z saftem, może tutaj się coś uda? O!
Ouch! Now the little bugger's in for a surprise.
Dobrze. To jest już pułapka. Można to już zapaść w tą świeczkę.
Come on, brushy, brushy, brushy. Come to Papa. Ha! Gotcha! Ha! Gotcha! I'll make you suffer the next time I brush my teeth. Toothbrush. Check. Ha! Seems like I've packed everything. Oh, I can't close it anymore. Oh, seems like I've got to unpack something. But what? It doesn't take that much space. It doesn't take that much space. It doesn't take that much space. I'll never be able to close the suitcase with a monster like that in there. I mean, I won't need a bolt cutter where I'm going. I wonder why it was on the list in the first place. Now it fits. Packed and ready to go. I think I just strained something.
Hey, Rufus, you should save your energy for the unavoidable drop into the abyss.
Yeah, thanks, Wenzel. You can save your sarcasm for someone less well-prepared than me. This time, I took everything into account. It'll be a stroll in the park.
Ah, that's what you said last time. It took us days to remove the cactus spikes from your butt, remember?
That's all toxic runoff under the bridge. This time, everything will work out. And when finally an Elysian orbit pixie massages my back, I'll ask her to pause for a minute so I can laugh about you.
Whatever. But say, can I have your stuff when you're gone?
Yeah, sure, help yourself.
As if anything on this dump is valuable.
It's time for me to leave all this behind.
Great. I hope you remembered to calibrate the harpoon.
I'll do that later, after I've stored everything in the pod.
Well, then hurry up. Well, you know that the Organon are always on time.
So, after we've puzzled through the first hurdles of packing a suitcase, we can now play Rufus' first escape attempt towards Elysium, leaving behind the sleep forever. Yeah, well, the weather forecast fed us over in that one. We were told there would be rain in this scene, and as a matter of fact, I always planned this scene to take place in rain. I actually also found an old character design of Tony standing in a puddle on the screen, wearing a heavy raincoat. The smoke she always has in the corner of her mouth is just as soaked as she is, all dripping and bent. And by the way, Tony's character is roughly inspired by Doris Day. The more you know.
Dobrze, to wkładamy walizkę do środka.
There. And now? There. Now where shall I put it? There we go. If I remove the seat, it might just fit. How's it going to be? And more importantly, where shall I? No problem. Oh, crap. It's screwed tight.
To jest klucz, więc można będzie raczej odkręcić. Teraz bez problemu.
I might be able to do without this. But how's it going to be attached? And more importantly, where shall I? That's where the seat was attached. I'll need some kind of replacement. This isn't much use now, I guess. Boy, it's attached firmly.
Zastanawiam mnie, co tutaj było potrzebne.
This isn't much use now. But how's it gonna be? And more importantly... Boy, it's attached firmly. There's nothing that needs to be... Nah, he can't help me with that. He's too clumsy and stupid. He'll have a hard time without a good friend like me.
A zaraz, może coś źle mi da się zrobić?
And a sensor. I've been working on this for... It must have been since Monday. And a sensor. I've welded this thing long enough now. Yeah, there are loose nuts, but that's okay.
Może coś się udało będzie.
Saddle-shaped box. A classic.
Siodło. Więc na pewno będzie można to wziąć.
No problem. Oh, crap. It's screwed tight.
O, najpierw posłuchajmy, co ma do powiedzenia.
And here we are in the front of Tony's home. I can comment a bit on the visuals. This is in fact the first screen created for Deponia at all. I even made the first version myself, and thus the very first asset for the game. Yeah, my first version of screen, Etna style though. Back then, to the left was a pretty huge tire heap under the plateau with the tunnel leading to the town center. No wait, actually the heap was on the right, and left was a pile of old ET cartridges. At the time, I read somewhere of the story that the Atari developers who created the ET console game dumped all remaining copies in the desert somewhere, as the game did exceptionally poor. This story was so hilarious that I had to give it a friendly nod in the screen, while I was still thinking maybe I will do the screens myself again. That never happened, and I'm actually quite happy about this. Since we recruited Michael Benrath. No. I already worked with him together on a licensed game called 1.5 Nights, basically the second Daedalic game. Or was it the third after Whispered World? Before Whispered World? Yeah, before Whispered World, yeah, right. There he also did the background, and I was convinced that he's exactly the right person for drawing the cartoony backgrounds for a world like Deponia. And indeed, we were lucky to have him on board, and that he brought along enough time and motivation to walk with us for several years. In fact, Micha was the first and only one on the team sitting in one room with me for roughly 1 year, and I fleshed out the concept for Deponia. So it was supposed to be one single game, the complete journey, so to speak, until we realized that the whole thing was way too huge for only one game, and we eventually had to split it into 3 parts. Another remarkable thing about this screen is that I noticed how alarmingly committed our animators are. We were on a rather strict timetable in regards of animation, despite our long to-do list to breathe life into Deponia. And it was here that an animator worked on a mailbox, and she was just supposed to give it a quick animation. It even was listed as a nice to have, as it was just a standard use wrench with mailbox situation. We usually solve things like that with standard animations, at least in older titles. But for some reasons it ended up on her list, so she made this very elaborate animation where Rufus sent that mailbox flying and caught it in his coat. All I thought was, wow, I want stuff like this for the whole game. And that's where the true insanity of Deponia started. Awesome. from a scripter's point of view, this room is really interesting as well. As a perspective of this bridge, that's quite a challenge for a 2D adventure engine. You see, Rufus moves forward while walking down the bridge and still moves forward when he walks up that bridge again. That means moving the character along the y-axis has him walk to the front until he hits the middle, and then he moves to the back or the north of the screen. And that's something Visionaire, our engine, is not designed to do. That made this a very, very difficult screen scripting wise. We tried a lot, actually did a redraw of the screen to polish it as much as possible. Very interesting screen right in the beginning. What an introduction.
Dobrze. To tutaj jest ogromna kredka, więc będzie można odkręcić. No i wracamy, bo Rufus sam wspomniał, że jest w kształcie siodła, więc będzie można tam schować do tej skrzynki akumulator na 100%.
Ha! There you go. Ha! There you go. There. The capsule is ready. Now, all I have to do is calibrate the harpoon.
Dobra, no to trzeba skalibrować go do panelu.
There. Too bad the two directions of the control stick are blocked, but who needs those anyway? The main thing is that the crosshairs are right on the tracks. And then I'm gone. Ha! This'll be a walk in the park. I did it! Now, I'll just light the fuse and boom! Well, that should be it. Stand by, Wenzel. Ah!
Hello, Rufus.
Tony, why are you sneaking around like that?
This is still my house, remember? Well, it's not as obvious now since someone stole my mailbox. Oh, that reminds me. I'm supposed to give you this letter.
A letter?
Rufus, it's almost time.
Yes, I know. Sorry, Tony, but it's over. Once the fuse is lit, I'll be gone for good.
If only that was true.
There's nothing you could say to prevent me from going.
What a stroke of luck! That means I can't say anything wrong.
I bet now you're sorry about some of the things you said.
That's right. Starting with, you can stay with me.
This is the final goodbye.
It's too early to jump for joy, I fear.
No, it's too late. You can beg all you want, but I won't take you along with me.
Can I have that in writing?
Why are you here? Are you still hoping for a miracle?
It would be a miracle if you finally disappeared for real. But in case it doesn't work out again, I'll at least have the satisfaction of seeing you injure yourself.
I'm leaving. For good.
I gave up hope of that a long time ago.
I better not touch this. It's all set up. Now is when it counts. Hullabaloo. Ah, well, maybe I should read the letter. Dear Mr. Yeah. We're happy to inform you, blah, blah, blah. Get to the point, will ya? Unfortunately, the delivery of your screws will be delayed for... Please find enclosed a voucher for a pack of rivets. We apologize for any inconvenience this might have caused. Sincerely yours. Just a second. Screws?
Niczego nie skręcił. Dobra, jeszcze raz. Jeszcze.
Phew, what a maneuver. Hey, my suitcase is here too. It must have got entangled in the chain. Just like I planned.
Tutaj zobaczmy co jest.
I'm getting dirt between my teeth already. I'd better leave it closed for now.
Wrzućmy ten słoik tutaj. O, i od razu skarpetkę. No i można otworzyć ramię. Tutaj włas otwórzmy nimi. No.
This is unbelievable. This is just impossible. I think I'm getting dizzy.
Are you suffering from vertigo, Miss Gold? You should have stayed in your cabin. It was foolish of you to go against my orders.
What's going on here, Bailiff? Did you know about all this? Just a minute. All of you knew about this, right? The whole Organon is involved in this? Did you really think you could just keep it a secret? Wait until Cletus hears about this.
But you won't be telling him anything about it. You will be a good girl and wait here until the Prime Controller arrives.
And then? What then? I'm an Elysian, not one of his office clerks. How does he plan to assure my silence?
Just you wait, Miss Gold. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Holy smoke! A real orbit pixie! I bet you'll be pretty thankful once I've rescued her from the clutches of the Dark Exchequer. Let's go! Rufus to the rescue!
Zobaczmy nawet co ma tutaj też autor do powiedzenia.
Hey, that went well. We are on board of the Organon cruiser, one of the most important of Rufus's steps towards Elysium, and what makes this room especially important is, of course, the introduction of our female protagonist. And what a coincidence! She's right next to me here in the studio, and that's Goal. Hello, Goal!
Hello, Pokey.
Maybe you could just tell us straight from the heart what it was like when you first met Rufus, and also how you cope with the dicey situation right now.
I was told there was a script.
Oh, you... oh, okay, you thought we'd write dialogue and that this whole thing would be in any way organized. Well, we thought it would be a better approach if we just, that's the script.
Right. Really well done.
Well, okay, crap. John, just to get this straight, didn't you say I don't need to write a script? That's what you said, didn't you?
No, Pokey. I said you need to write a script.
Only he didn't. He said I won't be cross my heart. I clearly remember him saying,
Another stroke of genius.
yeah, whatever. It's way too exciting right now to listen to our very elaborated developer's commentary anyway, and I can totally understand if you want to continue playing the whole game.
Dobra, to jest Gol, Argus i Organon. Tylko zapasy mamy. Są dźwignie. Weźmy tutaj. Prawa dźwignia.
Nothing's happening.
Środkowa.
Take that!
No, don't! Ah!
What's that?
Oops, guess that was the wrong lever.
You damned fool! How dare you mess with the plans of the Organon? Men, throw him overboard!
You need to catch me first, but I'm much too fast for you, see? First I'm here, and now I'm gone. Here, gone. Uh-uh. Ouch.
No i znowu jesteśmy na ziemi.
I was so close, but no, the minute I see a beautiful damsel in distress, wham! Well, I guess that's just who I am. I'm simply a die-hard do-gooder.
No powiedzmy, że masz złote serce. Ale to już na dzisiaj jest koniec. Następny odcinek będzie już niedługo. Zapraszam.